We're going to jump into basically something new that we're going to be doing. We're going to look at the rest of the season. All right. So rest of the season outlooks. We're going to look at some quarterbacks that we just kind of want to discuss and tell you what we think the rest of the season is going to look like.
Yeah. Yep.
Pretty much it.
Yeah, that was the idea.
Okay, good. So first one, let's talk about. We talked about him a little earlier as my monster guy. But let's talk about Aaron Rodgers.
Yep. How do you feel about Aaron Rodgers the rest of the season? Right now, he is the 9th quarterback on the season so far.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good stat.
Yeah.
Good stat.
Yeah. I mean, week one, week one made me nervous as you know what. Just coming out and posting 3 points with 2 interceptions. But he's had 1 interception since, and he's basically at least throwing 2 touchdowns each game.
He has thrown at least 2 touchdowns every game.
There you go.
Basically, he has, yeah.
Well, I meant basically in the sense of like there's some he's thrown 4. So 2 or more. He has thrown literally 2 or more touchdowns in every game since.
You can say 3 or more in more than half the games, if you count the rushing touchdowns.
Shut up, man. Quit confusing me.
Okay.
So,
hey, what's 9 times 9?
I don't know.
Okay. You're good. Just keep going.
Okay, thank you. Jeez.
You didn't actually have to answer that one. I know it's hard.
Never mind. Anyways, so back to Aaron Rodgers. Looking at his rest of the season, man, like I think it looks fine. I mean, we got Kansas City next week.
City, yeah.
He's going to kill that game.
Matchup.
Great matchup against Seattle, especially. We'll see if Russell Wilson maybe should be back this week, maybe the following.
Don't think that matters.
No, well, I mean
it could help a little bit.
Still got no defense
increase
there.
This game, yeah. Well, as far as passing defense goes, yeah, Seattle's nothing to worry about.
Let's just put it this way. He's got 1 matchup week 12 against the Rams. A little nervous there.
Minnesota, they've been pretty good against the pass so far this season, so you can't just...
Yeah, but it's still, he destroys Minnesota.
Yeah, you're right. It is Aaron Rodgers. It is Aaron Rodgers.
He always plays Minnesota well.
Yes.
And he does play Minnesota again in week 17. He's got a bye week 13.
And the only tough game outside of those 2 Minnesota games and the Rams game is, I guess you could say, Cleveland in week 16. Outside of that, it's a lot of easy games.
Yeah. Detroit, Baltimore could be high scoring. Yeah, I think he's looking, if he's with the rest of the schedule, and if he continues to play as well as he has, he'll be top 5.
Is he worthy of trading for? Do you like that
I don't think
schedule
you're
enough to where if you think like you're making the playoffs now, giving up something for him now so that maybe he could be that top 3 quarterback back half of the season?
Well, let's just put it this way. I already traded for him this year.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and definitely in Dynasty is where I did it. Redraft, I don't think you could get him.
Really?
I don't think so. I mean, it depends who else that team might have as their quarterback. But if Aaron Rodgers is their only quarterback, they've got him until week 13, until a bye week. I don't think you're going to be able to. You're going to have to kind of pay up a little bit. I mean, he's only had one bad game.
Yeah.
Since week 1.
I mean, last week against Arizona wasn't great.
That's what I'm saying. 1 bad game since week 1.
Okay. Yeah.
Which would have been the last week against Arizona. Outside of that, he's basically posting almost 30 points.
Yeah.
So.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Going to be good.
He's going to be fine.
Mark that one down.
Yeah.
You want to move to the...
yeah, let's go to Joe Burrow.
Okay. Yeah. Joe Burrow's
This one will definitely be interesting. And another note, traded in our Dynasty League.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just get traded recently.
Yeah. Little bit tougher.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, so we got bye week in 10. Definitely has some tougher matchups coming up.
Yeah, you got Cleveland twice still, week 9 and week 18. You got the Raiders, who are good against the pass. Pittsburgh, who can get torched in the pass, but still good pass rush, good against the defense. Chargers, pretty good. San Francisco, pretty good. Denver, middle of the pack. Baltimore, middle of the pack. So not easy schedule. He is the number 8 quarterback right now in the season. Let me just verify that. Yeah, 8. Wow, do you?
I mean,
you think maybe try and trade him away right here?
Yeah, I would try and see what you could get for him. I think he's been having some really good weeks.
I mean, he's been very, very good.
Yeah, he's been very good.
Finally showed up this year. Last year, that was one of the problems.
Well, and the one problem he's having this year is his interceptions.
I'm cool with it.
I mean, I'm not cool with losing 6 points in week 2. 4 points in week 5.
Yeah, I mean, the 3 interceptions in week 2, that was rough.
Like, he's thrown an interception in almost every game but 2. And he's thrown an interception in every game but 2. I mean, that's ridiculous. And some of those interceptions are garbage. Like, they're so bad.
Some of them, but yeah, some of them also aren't his fault.
True. But I'm not a fan looking at his rest of season schedule. You know what I didn't ask?
I mean, it's not like he's not going to be able to be playable, but those aren't like walkover matchups where he's just gonna. I don't see a lot of like big blow up games for Joe.
What's the championship game this year? Because we got the extra week. Did that affect?
I mean, that's just going to depend. People can either move it back to week 18 and just make it like all previous years week 17, or you can make it like week 17 now.
Okay, so what are we
championship
doing?
Should be week 17 this year.
Okay, so like in our listener league, it's week 17.
Should be. You set it up.
That's a good point, but I don't remember getting to choice.
Yeah,
I don't remember getting to. I don't remember getting to. I'll have to check it out.
I mean, week 17 for him is Kansas City.
It's Kansas City. That's what I was going to say.
Baltimore, Denver, San Francisco, and the Chargers before that. So
yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe trying to make a move to move Joe Burrow isn't a bad decision right now.
Yeah. You should be able to get something pretty good for him too. Oh, yeah. And Dynasty, you should get a ton.
Go hit up the Jamar Chase owner. See if he wants to add that.
That would be really good. All right, let's move on. Justin Herbert.
Yeah. I believe he is the 10th quarterback on the season right now. Yep, 10th quarterback on the season right now. He has already had his bye week. So that is something that has been behind him. So that's good. Problem with Joe Burrow so far this season, though, is
Justin Herbert.
Yeah, Justin Herbert. My bad. 3 really, really. I mean, he has a 50-point week so far this season, a 38-point week, and then a handful of just mediocre below. Well,
27 is not bad, but then
15, 18, 14, 19. Those aren't good games.
He's like the tale of two. It's the tale of 2 seasons there.
Yeah.
I mean, he's either really good or average.
Yeah.
And that's got to start negating. I mean, he's got some good. Philly's a good matchup.
Minnesota can be tough. Pittsburgh should be a good matchup. Denver, middle of the pack. Cincy, middle of the pack. Giants, good matchup. Kansas City, great matchup. Houston, great matchup. Yeah. Denver and Las Vegas again,
pretty good matchups.
Las Vegas tougher than, but it's hard thinking Las Vegas is actually a competent defense. But
they've been playing better after the John Gruden thing. So yeah, we got to give them something. Luckily, that's week 18, so it might not matter. But still, looking the rest of the season, man, like I really like Justin Herbert. I like the schedule a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely better than Joe Burrow's. I'll give it that. It's not quite as good as Aaron Rodgers, in my opinion, but I do like Herbert's schedule a lot. And Herbert does offer you those winning weeks. Mm-hmm. They have a loaded offense.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not. I mean, 14 points isn't good, obviously. But
as far as quarterbacks go, if you get below 20 points on a week, that's a bad week.
Yeah, well, I know some other quarterbacks that have definitely hit worse than that are just as talented. So, I mean, let's be honest. Justin Herbert's having a pretty solid season, and I don't see it changing too much. I think he's going to have a few more rough games in there, but for the most part, I really like championship week. The championship leading up, I guess, to week 17.
Yeah, Giants, Kansas City, Houston, week 14, 15, and 16.
Like, if you can get your team there, he's going to be worth it.
In our one redraft league, he is my quarterback. He's who I plan to just ride with the rest of the season. And I don't know if I'm going to be making the playoffs, though, because I've had a pretty rough start. But if I do, that is going to be a
There's no
stretch.
way.
I won again.
Did you win this week?
Yeah, I won again.
Okay, so that's 2 wins for you?
I think maybe 3. Not a lot, though. Not a lot.
Dude, and everything's starting to get plugged with injuries. Like,
yeah.
I'm number 2 in the league right now, and I don't know how long I'm going to last there without Derrick Henry. So,
yeah.
But Justin Herbert, like, if we're talking about someone to trade for, I really like Justin Herbert.
You might be able to trade for him kind of low.
Yeah,
kind of low.
You might be able to. People are going to be kind of ticked off with this 19-point week and 14 the week prior. Yeah. So maybe try and snag him this coming week before that Philly game and get really excited.
Yep.
All right. Last one, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Lamar, so obviously
last year, Lamar started off pretty rough to start the season. He
And
wasn't
then
as good as he's been this year. And then the schedule opened up second half after the bye week. Again, they just had their bye week.
And it kind of does again, though.
No, I kind of
You
feel
disagree?
like I kind of feel like it's going to be the reverse of last year. I kind of think you should trade away Lamar Jackson. One, because he is also a running back, so you also have to look at running defenses with him. Minnesota, Miami, those aren't great matchups. Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, those aren't great matchups. Green Bay is not a bad matchup, but then you got Cincy, Rams, Pittsburgh again.
Yeah.
It's a tough division to play in. He's still got to play a lot of good teams twice in that division. I think right now I would try and move him if I could.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the Rams matchup in Week 17 is going to be hurtful.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like Lamar does this every time, though.
How many good matchups does he have coming up, in your opinion, that you would say are smash matchups?
The only one that could possibly be a smash matchup,
I would say Chicago.
Well, no, I would say Cincy. I mean, Cincy wouldn't be.
I mean, they're
Cincy's run game is
defense.
Yeah, but it's not amazing. I mean, just look what happened with them and the Jets. So, I mean, he could still run on that team.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be good. I mean, he'll be playable. Yeah.
Yeah, I do agree with you with the Cleveland game. Green Bay can be kind of a toss up, but more likely than not a great matchup. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just one of those things, though. Like Lamar, every time he does have a better second half.
Yeah.
And so it's really hard to kind of go against prior
he's
stats.
Played Cincy once. He put up 25 points against them. That's a good game. The games he struggled were against Las Vegas and the Los Angeles Chargers. He actually didn't really play considering that well against Detroit or Denver.
Right.
Crushed Indy and Kansas City, obviously.
Which I would have would have taken the opposite on that
Indy
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kansas City, that makes sense. But I think this one's vague.
Yeah.
I get why you would say opposite than me, but I think I'm not very optimistic about Lamar Jackson's second.
So I'm a little bit more optimistic than you, which is fine. We don't always have to agree, which is good. I just kind of think that he just tends to usually have a second, like even last year, but I was like, dude, we're done. He's had like 8 really bad weeks in a row, not good weeks. And all of a sudden, like, dude, he won you a championship because he played really well in that second half. So coming off that bye week, man, maybe they got something together. Maybe him and Bateman got some work in. Who knows, man? Who knows? Thank you for watching the Fantasy Monsters on YouTube. If you liked today's episode, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel below. We also have a merch store we want you to check out with all new gear that we've got available. That'll be in the description. Also, if you want to see any past videos, you can check that out as well. Thank you so much for watching the Fantasy Monsters. We'll catch you next time.
Have a good one.